Good morning. Welcome. Okay, so as usual, wait for 1 minute and then we start. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so let's wait for 1 minute. Let me get something here. I'm sure your week was great. Mine was. It's been great, and so much to do this week. So we begin in 1 minute. Today we are going to be sharing something amazing from the book The Secret of the Ages by Robert Collier. Okay, let's begin. My name is Ogbueli. I am an inspirational reading coach and author, co-founder of Faith Things Resources, an informal organization that provides resources and platforms for personal growth and development. So this morning we are going to be sharing some values from the book The Secret of the Ages by Robert Collier. This book is so amazing. It's an old book and it's a big book. If you're in the accountability group, it's there. I'm sure you must have downloaded it to read. There are so many things, so many ideas shared in the book that I cannot, even scratch in this review. But today I'm going to point out my 5 takeaways as usual, and then 5 steps to achieving personal efficiency as stated in the book, and 5 formulas for prayer success. So this author, Robert Collier, he trained to be a minister, but then he also got into the philosophical sphere where he started studying more on the Christian Science. So he brought out a lot of things, and as I was reading this book, I realized that most of these ideas are really, really biblical. I keep saying this over and over. They get these ideas from scriptures, even though sometimes they don't know it, but they get these ideas from scriptures because I just see scriptures every single page as I read. So one of the major reasons why I really love to read is because as I'm reading, I have, that access into the minds of people to know the way they think, why they think the way they do, and the motivation behind the thinking. So the beginning of this book, the author wrote something in the introduction that is really, really nice, and I would just like to read some lines from it. So he started with a question, and this question goes like this, and this is going to be our quiz after the review, so you're going to type in your own answer in the comment section. He says, if you had more money than time, more millions than you knew how to spend, what would be your pet philanthropy? Libraries, hospitals, churches, homes for the blind, crippled, or aged. Now he said, mine will be homes, but not for the aged and not for the blind, but it will be homes for young married couples. Imagine that. Like, when I read this, I've never really thought about this. But homes for the young married couple, that would be his pet philanthropy. I have often thought that if ever I got into the philanthropic billionaire class, I would like to start an endowment fund for helping young married couples over the rough spots in those first and second years of married life, especially the second year when the real trouble comes. And he went down, 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 down. And the conclusion of this is that since he doesn't have that billions to build homes for them, he has this idea, the secret of the ages, to share with them that they can apply to transform their lives. And this is a secret that we're going to be, opening up today. Though they are no longer secrets, because, information is readily available right now. The only limitation is our, the only ones that we place on ourselves through our ignorance, because this secret is everywhere right now. So we're going to begin with my 5 takeaways. The first one is, the first point is, there is a power in the universe which is always ready to help you. There is a power that is always ready to help you every time. And that power is within us. So that power is not somewhere, universe, like somewhere. The power is within us. That's the first point. By the time we realize that there is this power that is within us, that is always willing and ready to help us, then we can be able to call on that power when we need it, and he will show up to help us. The second point is, you must learn how to connect with that power. Just knowing that you have a power within you is not enough. You must learn how to connect with that power within you in order to unravel and unleash its unlimited potential. That's the second point. You must learn how to connect with that power. The third point is, at the point when you realize that you have the power within you to change your life, that is actually the point when your life will actually change. I had to really, calm down to simmer in this particular point. And it's so true. At that point, when you finally realize that you have this power within you that you can use to change your life, that particular point is the point that your life, begins to change. Like, it's like an aha moment. It's like a revelation. Oh, actually I have this power. I remember when this, happened to me many years ago, when I finally realized that I am the prophet of my own life. My destiny is resident inside of me right now. It is not in the hands of any man. My success in life, my failure or whatever is resident inside of me. Actually, my success, it's not in the hands of any man. That was like a big revelation and a big push for me. So at that point that you realize it, that is the point that your life begins to change. So the first one is, number one, there is a power in the universe that is willing to help you. That's the first. The second point is, you must learn how to connect with that power. And then the third is, that point that you realize that this power is available within me, that is the point that your life actually changes. The fourth one is, if you want to succeed, you must believe that you can succeed. Belief is the foundation of your success. If you don't believe that you can succeed, then you can't. As I was reading this book, I was just seeing Mark 11, 23 and 24 all over these pages. Mark 11, 23 and 24. If you've not read it, it says, have faith in God. That means believe in God. And then he also said, if you shall say unto this mountain, be thou removed and be cast into the sea, and you do not doubt in your heart, but believe that those things that you ask for will be done for you. The Bible says it shall be done for you. So the belief is a very vital part in receiving, or in, it's a very vital, part in your journey to success, because you must believe. You must believe that you have it inside you. So the fifth part is you must master the act of visualization and imagination. This is so on point. You must master the act of visualization and imagination. You must be able to imagine yourself, see yourself with the things that you want and desire. Because when you visualize and imagine yourself successful, you are programming your real self, which they call the subconscious. You're programming your real spirit man for success. It works both in the positive and in the negative, because we can actually imagine, the bad things. That's what we call worry. Imagine the worst happening. That's what we call worry. But instead of imagining the worst, we can actually use the same energy to imagine the best. See yourself with those things that you want. Enjoy those things. Like, act as if it's already done. In that way, you're programming your subconscious to accept the idea. And once your subconscious accepts that idea, it kicks in and begins to present opportunities for you. And then, that steps for you to be able to take, begins to connect you with the right people that can help you to actualize that particular thing that you want. So you can actually, reprogram your subconscious through visualization, like I just mentioned, use of affirmation, saying those things over and over and over. Even Joshua talked about it in the book of Joshua 1:8. You have to say these things night and day, so that you will know to do all that is written therein. This book of the law will not depart out of your mouth, but meditate on it day and night. That's affirmation, meditation, declaration, visualization. Do it day and night. And when you do that, then you will make your way prosperous and you will have good success. So everything depends on us. We are the prophets of our own lives. And it is based on what we put in, the seeds that we plant in, that will determine the harvest that we're going to have. So we can use visualization, you can use affirmation, you can use vision boards. Some people are not very, very good and very imaginative. Like, they close their eyes, they don't see anything. So people like that, is better to use the vision board. You can actually cut out pictures of the things that you love, the things that you want for your life. You paste it in a board. It's called a vision board. So it's just a board where you place your vision so that it can be within, sight. You can put it in your bedroom, in your bathroom. Some people put it on the fridge, on their refrigerator, in the kitchen. Those places that you constantly have access to, so that as you come there, you're seeing it, you're making contact. It's going into your subconscious mind. You're accepting the reality of it. Sometimes if it's something that is big, at first it becomes so big, like, whoa, this dream is too big. But if you have it in a vision board, and as you keep looking at it, at some point it becomes like a small mountain. Initially it was a very big mountain. I remember when I had, this is just a very simple example, but I remember when I had one of my babies, and I gained a lot of weight. So one day I was, browsing on the internet, and I saw this lovely picture of this lovely girl with a very beautiful shape and everything. I said, wow, this is how I want to be. Like, at that point, the size I was, it was an impossible thing. So I downloaded that picture. Very lovely, just my kind of, shape. So I downloaded the picture and I kept it in my phone as a screen, saver, so that I can be looking at it. Each time I see that, I said, oh my God, when will I ever get to this size again? But this was my desire. So it got to a point I had to change the screensaver and some other things. But one day, like many months later, I had an event. So I had to go and get a black dress. And immediately I wore that black dress and I looked at myself on the mirror. I was like, oh my God. As in, I looked just like that picture that I downloaded many months ago. I was like, I have lost so much weight. I'm looking just like that picture, the same dress, the same everything. It's so amazing, So the point is that at first, the vision will look too big. But as you keep looking at it, focusing on it, meditating on it, that mountain will just keep reducing until you get to a point that you just know that you can accomplish this, then your subconscious begins to kick in, to begin to create the opportunity. So one of the things that happens to me, because I now have an image in my mind of the size and the shape that I want to be, because I have that image, something amazing happens to me. If I begin to overeat, once I get to a certain weight, something in me just kicks in. Like all the things that I used to love to eat, I can't eat. So all the things that I love to eat, I can't eat them anymore. Like I'll lose appetite for those things until I begin to get down to that, that size and shape that is already programmed in my subconscious. Like everything can be programmed in your subconscious. Your ideal life, your ideal weight, your ideal, your dream. You can program it. That's why some people will tell you, oh, I'm living my dream. Of course, they dreamt it. If it was not present on the inside, it cannot manifest on the outside. So I think I'm spending so much time here, but I think it's a very vital point. Okay, so I'm going to jump the 5 steps to, let me just run through it. I said I was going to share my 5 takeaways, and then I'll share 5 steps to achieving personal efficiency. So the first step is you must pinpoint what you want exactly. What is your desire? You must have a desire. What do you want? Some people don't know what they want. Some people don't. So, but you must know what you want. It starts with desire. Then the second point is you have to evaluate the things you must do to get what you want. There is nothing like something for nothing. You have to offer something to get what you want. It doesn't mean that you're going to give exactly what you're going to get. But if you want money, you want to make like 100,000, US dollars, what service, what product are you going to offer for people? As in, you offer to people in exchange for the money, because what you want is in the hands of people. So what are you going to offer them in exchange for the money? Then number 3 is you must plan ahead. You must make a plan. You must plan ahead. The 4th one is do one thing at a time. Don't try to rush it. Don't try to do everything all together. So you have to have a desire first. Number 2, evaluate the things that you must do to have that thing. Number 3, plan ahead. Number 4, do one thing at a time. Don't try to jump to the 10th step when you've not climbed the first and the second. Do one thing at a time. Consistency. Then the final one is once you start, don't ever stop. Once you start, I've met a lot of people that, they call me up, they say, I have this idea to be sharing some really nice inspirational content on social media and all that. And I say, yes, that is amazing. Go for it. At this time, the media needs a lot of amazing voices, good voices. So go for it. And I've watched these people, they start, with so much enthusiasm. They start, and then they post the first day. Of course, everybody comes in together, likes and likes and likes. You see them, they post the second day, the third day. Maybe at the second or the third week, the likes begin to reduce. And I have actually seen these people stop after about a month. And I'll call up, why did you stop? They say, there's no response. But this point says, once you start, don't stop. For instance, this book review live that we are hosting every Tuesday and Thursday, I've already made up my mind. I'm going to be here every Tuesday and every Thursday from January till December. So it is already set. So if I come here at 10 a.m. and I'm the only one here, I will host the review, because that is something that we've already started. We can't stop. The process of growth is not just about the people that you're serving. It's also about you. The consistency is even more for me and more beneficial to me than to the people I'm serving. I have to do the reading every week. I have to present the reviews every week. So I know that I'm getting blessed by this whole arrangement. So I don't look at the reaction of people to stop my dream. I hope I communicated my point. So once you start, don't stop. So now I've talked about my 5 takeaways. I've talked about the 5 steps to achieving efficiency. Now I'll talk about the 5 formula for successful prayer. You know, I told you that the author has a background in Christian religion. So he listed 5 steps to personal prayer. He actually listed, 4. I added the 5th one. So the first one is center your thoughts on the things that you want. They are all interrelated. So you have to know what you want, and then you focus on that thing that you want. Let me use an example that we can all relate with. I love tomatoes. I don't know if anybody loves tomatoes the way I do. I love tomatoes. Like, I can eat 20 round tomatoes in a day. I love it. So now, this is what I want. I want tomatoes. Sweet, strong, firm, luscious tomatoes. So I have it in my imagination. I dream of it. I dream of it. Then, number 2. Okay, I'm not talking about tomatoes now, but I'm just giving you an instance. So the first one is you have to center your mind on the things that you want. And then the second part is don't stop at planting the seed alone, because as you're visualizing those things, you're planting the seed into your subconscious mind. So don't stop at planting the seed alone, at visualizing. Don't stop at it. You must believe. You must believe that those things that you want, that you actually deserve it. Okay, so example, let's say that you desire to own a home in Banana Island. I'm in Lagos, and Banana Island is like the most expensive place to live, here in Lagos. You want to own a house there. So you have to visualize yourself being there. And then the second part is you have to believe that you deserve it. Some people, when you talk about, not me, you have to believe that you deserve to live in that place, that neighborhood. You deserve it. You believe it. Now, another point is, this is the formula for prayer. So it says you can read Psalm 91 and Psalm 23 just as a reminder to tell you about God's power and God's readiness to give you the things you want. Psalm 23 talks about, God being our shepherd. Psalm 91, God being our protector. How far he can go to protect us and to provide for us. So when you are reading these scriptures, it lets you know the power of God and his, willingness to do these things for you. The third one is you have to be thankful. Not just for the previous things that God has done for you, but be thankful. Thank him for the answer to this one that is not even seen in the physical yet. So, because if you believe that you have received it, then giving thanks should not be a difficult thing. I remember what happened last week. Was it last week or sometime this week? A partner of mine called me and told me, we have a course that we deliver to people. We have, yes, the videos are recorded. So we have this course that we deliver to people, and it's a spiritual mentorship course. It's a 4-week spiritual mentorship course. So amazing, so powerful. The people that have passed through it, they keep testifying. So we're starting a new program, on the 1st of March. And my partner called me and told me, someone said she's going to sponsor 5 people in this course. I was so excited. I was like, wow, praise God. She just told me, we have not seen the sponsorship yet, but I had to just send a message to the person. Thank you so much. I heard about this sponsorship. Thank you. Why did I do that? Because I know the integrity of the person, and I believe that because she has said it, she's going to do it. So that is how we should be able to relate with God. When we ask and desire for something and ask for it, we have to know the integrity of God and know that if he says ask, then he has the capacity to give it to us. Then we should have enough faith to say, thank you, Father. Even though we've not seen it materialize, I know that I have received it in the spiritual realm. So, be thankful. It is so important. Then the fourth one is, you have to see yourself enjoy these things. Like, just see yourself enjoy it. You know, you can't just be thinking poor, thinking lack, when you have this great vision, great idea. See yourself doing it. In fact, this video that you're watching right now, I know I've seen myself do this a number of times. Like, this is not my comfort zone. This right now, maybe before, but right now I'm in it. It's not my comfort zone. I would prefer to be at the background in the administrative part, you know, doing things on the background. But when I had this desire and this leading to start a book review live, the first thing I did was I went and downloaded a picture of my mentor, Teresa Velford. I have a lot of mentors. I downloaded one of her pictures because she's a public speaker. I downloaded her picture speaking in public, you know, just, you know, talking in public. I downloaded that picture and I printed it out. I pasted it just by my bedside. As I'm opening my eyes, I'm looking at it, I'm seeing it, you know. So I kept looking at that thing until the point I said, I'm a speaker too. I can speak. And all of a sudden I see myself doing this, and it's amazing. I don't even know why I was afraid to do it in the first place. I hope I'm doing well. So tell me, comment section. All right. So see yourself enjoy the things that you ask for, doing those things that you desire. Imagine yourself successful. Imagine yourself rich. Imagine yourself with that baby. Imagine yourself in that house. Just imagine yourself, you know. I think I'm going to share one testimony. And I remember a friend of mine, this happened about 4 years ago. She's been believing God for a baby. And I remember we went for a program together, and in that program, everybody was prayed for, and she actually came out, she was prayed for as well. And the preacher said, okay, now that we have prayed and we believe that we have our babies, okay, so tell me. It was so much fun. She said, tell me, okay, if it's wedding, you want to get married, tell me the song. What song? So tell me what song you're going to sing on your wedding Thanksgiving Day. So some people suggested some songs and they sang and we all danced. And then she said, okay, let's assume that it's a baby that you're trusting God for. Tell us the song that you're going to sing on your dedication, baby dedication. So someone just started the song. I never knew you honor me this way. I never knew you honor me this way. I don't know if you know it, but that's a song. And we all sang and danced. And then we all left. And I'm telling you, this my friend, she told me that while she was there at that program, you know, her period was even on. She didn't even know what was happening to her. She had already lost like 4 babies through miscarriages. That period, you know, she was also bleeding. She didn't know what was happening to her. But 10 days later, she went for a scan and they told her that she was pregnant. And the pregnancy was not just, I think it was like 11 weeks. And she didn't know. But the amazing thing is that she had the baby, you know, on the day of the dedication, we all attended. And immediately they called her for the dedication. We were outside gisting. She was not inside. She didn't inform anybody. She didn't tell anybody. She didn't make any arrangement. But we were outside gisting. And immediately they called her for the baby dedication. The choir began to sing, I never knew you honor me this way. I'm telling you, I had goosebumps all over me. I had goosebumps. This was like a year later. I had goosebumps all over me. So this is to tell you the power of enjoying and seeing yourself enjoy those things that you want. We actually sang that song on that day before she even knew she was pregnant. We enjoyed the experience, the dedication. And then when it began to play out just exactly as we experienced it, it was an amazing experience again. Then finally, the first one is you have to center your thought on what you want. The second one Don't just believe, don't just, center your thought, believe that you deserve it. Then you read your scriptures. There are some scriptures that you read to let you know the power of God and his willingness to help you. Be thankful. The third one is to be thankful. The fourth one, see yourself enjoy the things you want. Finally, and this is where most of us fail, is you must give. 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 I know a lot of people, because of all this stuff they talk about on social media, pastors are after your money and all that, and they withhold their giving. They don't know they are also withholding their blessing. You have to give. You have to sow for the thing you want. Remember I said initially that I love tomatoes, and no matter how much I visualize, imagine, I see myself eating tomato in my dream, no matter how much I see it, if I don't take that tomato seed and plant it in the soil, that tomato will not grow for me. It will just remain in the spirit realm. That is what giving does to us. You have visualized that thing. You know what you want. You've enjoyed it. You have prayed about it. You have declared it. You have to sow what you want. Now, as you sow, you're not sowing as an exchange. You're not trying to buy it. You're not trying to buy what you want. But you're planting a seed for what you want. There are some things, for instance, I talked about tomato right now. If I want a tomato fruit, a tomato garden, I have to sow tomato seed. But for instance, if I want a baby, if I want a house, if I want a car, there are some things that I want some level of healing in my body. I can't sow that. Then you can use something else as an alternative. And they have said that the money that you earn is equivalent to your life, because if you work a 9-to-4 job, you're spending a lot of your life in the job. So at the end of the month, when they pay you, they are just paying you like this is the service you've offered. This is your life that you have given. This 30 days, this is what you deserve for it. So they pay you 1 million naira for 30 days of your life spent doing this job. If you remove a portion of that money and give away, you are giving out a portion of your life. That is how money is closely related to, humans. So when you are sowing, you can tag, they call it seed faith. I want a baby. I can't sow a baby. I have prayed. I have believed. Now, just go ahead and sow a financial seed and tag it. This is for my baby. This is for my baby. I remember when I was trusting God for a baby boy, I went all out. I have prayed. I've declared. I've imagined. I've done all that. I went all out. Anywhere I see baby boy in church, I must just give something. Take this. I had to empty my wardrobe, baby stuff that I had previously. I said, I can always buy new baby stuff. If I see a baby boy, this is what I want. I want tomato. Then I'm planting for this tomato. I want a baby boy. I'm sowing for this baby boy. I want a house. And your friend is moving into a house, and you can't even give your friend 10,000 naira to buy foot mats. These are the little things, the little, expressions of your faith, the little places you can plant your seed and expect a harvest. Praise God. So we are going to stop now. Today is actually supposed to be our success book day, but we've turned it into faith. We're going to stop now, and we'll see again on Thursday as we review the faith book, God's Success Formula by Gloria Copeland. So you can get the books if you're in the accountability group. They're already there. Then if you don't want to be in the accountability group, you don't want to be burdened by the pressure of accountability, you can scroll up, you find a link to the library, or maybe I'll post it again. You can subscribe to the library so that you will have access to all these books. Just type in the title of the book or the author, and the book will pop up and you download to your phone or your computer or anything. Thank you so much. Thank you again for being here. I'll see you again on Thursday. Bye.